The Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Welcome to episode 35 of the Disney Vibes Podcast. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2023.
That's it.
It's going to be a good year. It's Michael Jordan's number. All right, there you go. Disney Vibes brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, our show. Show your support by booking your next Disney World, Disneyland, Disney cruise. We've done a lot of those lately. ABD, Adventures by Disney, Universal, other cruise lines at bookmdtravel.com. It costs you nothing. I think everybody has the itch to go on a trip.
I 110% agree with that.
I think everybody's kind of feeling like, I don't want to, not disheartened, I want to recognize the obviously what we've all gone through. And I'm not trying to say it was not massive. Obviously, it was a global pandemic. But I think everybody, if they have not been able to go on a trip, I think the itch is strong.
Well, the itch
like
is
the
strong.
Force.
Well, exactly. Mm-hmm. And I think it's because also it's the start of a new year and people want things to look forward to. And just with the amount of traffic we've been getting, that's the trend I'm seeing. And then also, too, with the fact that I would like to have something to look forward to. We do have something to look forward to, so anyways.
That's it. Yeah, and the hustle and bustle, and that's why we weren't on recently. But we're back, and we need you to subscribe on YouTube, and then we can go live automatically, and we'll get on a regular routine as far as it's early, so we'll get back to the night. We know no one's going to watch us early in the morning, and that's fine. But as parents and crazy people that we both are, it works with our schedule. So as long as you subscribe on the YouTube channel, okay, and hit the likes and leave those 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts and Google, we greatly appreciate it. Download the Disney Vibes Podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. As always, we do appreciate your support. Okay, we are the owners of Magical Destinations Travel, and we have a ton of agents. That's good. We'll talk about that too. We are going to be adding to our staff because it just brings people joy. Planning trips for others, let's be honest.
It does. A lot of people have... What happens is that you become the Disney enthusiast, and all your friends know, and then all your friends want to be like, hey, can you help me plan a trip? And 100%, absolutely, they want to. But you know what? Here's the thought, or here's the question. How about you do that, and then also get paid to do so?
Yeah, again, you can take it as far as you want.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Make what you want out of it.
Your own.
So if you want to book 5 trips a year, you book 5 trips a year, or which not. If you really get into it, some people make this full time, stay-at-home moms, side hustles, whatever it may be. You can always reach out to us as well and let us know on any of our socials, or email us or call us, whatever works for you. All right, you got a joke for me.
Oh, my. Yes, I do.
You were ready? You're not ready?
Well, the phone... Okay, my lock screen. It's unlocked now. Okay. Is BB hungry?
No. I'm going to be 3 in a row, I think it is now.
Stop looking at my phone.
I'm not looking him up. That's just, it's hilarious.
It is not.
He isn't hungry. BB-8. Yes, 3 in a row. 3 in a row.
This is getting frustrating, friends.
Well, all right, here you go. Would you rather have Mufasa?
Hold on. Lion King?
Yes.
The bad guy.
No, that's Scar.
The father.
Mufasa.
Okay.
Yes, not Simba. Mufasa.
Okay.
Remember Mufasa?
Yes.
Would you rather have Mufasa show you the Pride Lands?
Oh, okay.
Or have Tinkerbell show you around Neverland? Oh, see, I stumped you. All right.
I think I'm gonna go Mufasa. That's what I'm feeling this morning.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell was not very nice to Wendy when she was coming up through Neverland. She was a little stinker. So I'm gonna go with Mufasa and I'm gonna take in the sunset.
Sunrise, sunset, all of them.
Yep.
Everywhere the sun touches is yours. Remember? Mufasa.
Oh my God, no.
That's the
Stop.
quote. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Remember you told Simba that. Anything the sun touches is your son.
Very true. Okay.
All right. So first things first. Disney. We had talked about this in regards to what they're going to do with Disney Dining Plan. Well, the good news is They brought something back.
Something.
The bad news is it is not Disney Dining Plan. It's similar. All right, let's be honest. It's similar. So there is a special offer, and it's going to be, well, they have a couple offers going on.
Yes.
All right. The first one is, let's talk before we go into the food one. You can have spring or summer, okay, at Disney Resort Hotels. You can save up to 25% on stays most nights April 10th through July 10th, and save up to 20% on stays most nights March 1st through March 31st. There are exclusions with the resorts and the type of resorts and rooms, but you can, and I'm not going to go through that laundry list to save time, but if you want to know anything about that, please reach out to us. We have been modifying clients' packages because if you booked, let's say, just a standard package, last, fall, let's say, with us, we just apply it. Now, the only difference is, I'm going to just caution everybody, is the price may go up a little bit because in December, as we know, Disney ticket prices went up for entrance into the parks. So the prices go up based on the length of your ticket, the type of ticket, and how many days you are going to the parks. However, you now get that incentive, okay? It could be 25% off, the rooms. So that price wouldn't go up. The Disney dining card one, which we're going to talk about, that would go up. But you do get a certain allocation. It's like a gift card for food. Pretty much what it comes down to. So what they're calling that is the Disney Dining promo card. And you can get up to $750 Disney Dining promo card credit when you purchase a non-discounted 5-night, 4-day vacation package that includes a room at select. I'm looking at your fingers. Sorry.
Well, no,
Disney Deluxe Resort, Disney Deluxe Villa Resort, and theme park tickets. It also lower amounts at moderate and value resorts. Per room. But it is valid for arrivals most nights, July 1st to July 10th. And then August 1st through September 14th. And then if you other summer dates or arrival dates, there is availability for the packages as well. I tried modifying a client who's staying at the Contemporary. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yes.
And it wasn't available because I think it was completely allocated already. I don't think they had any left. However, Caribbean Beach, no problem. Got you covered. They were getting that. And I think we did another one. If not, you have to contact her. And confirm. Yeah. But overall, it is a good deal.
It's a deal.
It's a deal. It's an enticement. Okay, it's not free dining that you eat no matter what, right? But free dining, remember, depending upon the level of resort and the where you were staying, you could have multiple table services, multiple quick serve. You could have one of each. So this. You get a gift card, you can go eat, table service, quick serve, mobile order, whatever you want.
I actually think I might like this approach more than the allocation of X amount of snacks or blah, 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 quick serves, because I think I said this before that towards the end of the trip, at times, you could have, back in the day, accumulated so many snacks or something because you just weren't feeling it that day. And I remember... I think there was, it was our family and our sister-in-law, their family. I think we had to buy like 12 snacks before we left, like on that last day. So we were buying, 2 ice creams and pretzels, and it was just like enough. So at least now you have just a gift card. Yeah. I wonder if it would be on your Magic Banner, or is that a physical card?
I don't know yet. I think it's going to be a physical card from the promotional stuff that the agents have heard, but I don't want to confirm or deny.
So, but we'll have to, we're very interested to see when this time comes around, how our guests will utilize it and think about, does it work, does it not? So, I don't know. Time will tell.
That's it.
To April.
So reach out to your agent, bookmdtravel.com, socials, whichever works, and then we can go from there. And again, when I say reach out to your agent, on bookmdtravel.com are all of our agents. So you can go to the bookmdtravel.com and you can look at our travel agents, and there's a photo as well as a little write-up on their areas of expertise. We have anything from people who have specialty in areas of disability, as well as food allergies, or people have been to almost every single resort. So take a look. Yeah, and their contact info's on there.
Yes.
Perfect.
Indeed.
So you can reach out to Heather and I, or obviously reach out to any of our magical agents. So, real quick, Heather, I'm skipping over a couple things as you can see.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Tron.
Tron.
Well, I'm getting excited, for Tron Light Cycle. So it's getting closer and closer, and those who are there every day at Magic Kingdom. For those who are unfamiliar, Tron Light Cycle Run is the new roller coaster under construction right by Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom's Tomorrowland and Walt Disney World, and basically the progress is coming. So we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for them to announce it, and we have not heard even a soft opening date. But you can see more and more that the canopy is done, right? And it's going to be a semi-enclosed steel motorbike roller coaster attraction. So the seats will be similar to Avatar Flight of Passage, right? When you're, that's a Banshee. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but...
Well, same concept, like you're flying.
You're sitting on an individual light cycle versus the back of a Banshee, right? You lean forward, you grip a set of handlebars, and there's a pad behind the seat that comes down and secures you into place. So it's different than like a lap bar. It's not that kind.
Right.
So, and it's based on the Tron film, so which I can't remember the last time we watched the Tron films.
I've never watched it.
Okay, so on the to-do list, right?
Okay, yep.
But it looks pretty cool, and the Hope... Okay, it's nestled right behind Space Mountain. The hope is, I was hoping by May, that it would be open. But we'll see. I think they're going to try to get that back, because then the Walt Disney World Railroad would reopen, and you can see. So if you walk into Magic Kingdom and you go towards Tomorrowland, you will see all the construction. A lot of the walls have been coming down. So the hope is it's going to be open. I do believe it'll be open 2023. We don't know exactly when, but I would say it's going to be first half of the year. I'd say that'd be my guess. So stay tuned for that. Anything to add, Heather?
Yes. So when you said that Walt Disney World would be Railroad would be opened, it's opened.
Oh, it reopened already.
It reopened. Yes.
So that construction wall has come down.
Yep, it reopened in December 23rd. I remember seeing it because everyone said it was a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, it's been closed for the entire time.
4 years it's been closed.
Yeah, so that'll be good to kind of, make sure you can get back on. Because remember, the railroad encompasses and circles around the entire park.
We have yet to do that.
We went on it years ago.
I don't remember.
At least 4 years ago, obviously.
Yes,
right?
Very true.
So, all right, moving right along. I want to talk about the... Where did I put it? Oh, where did it go?
Oh, my. I'm rubbing off on you. That's
You are. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's talk First off, I want to talk about Fantasmic. Okay?
Fantasmic. Sure.
Came back, and this is why I'm talking about this, because we're leading to a one-day plan at Hollywood Studios.
Got it.
So, the viewing guide for Fantasmic at Walt Disney World. Fantasmic took a while to come back versus... Epcot and Magic Kingdom's fireworks. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar, Fantasmic is the nighttime spectacular performed nightly in the Hollywood Hills Amphitheater at Hollywood Studio. It's also shown, and we went to this one too, along the Rivers of America at Disneyland. They're very similar, but they are different. That you should see them both. So Fantasmic includes pyro among its elements. It's not your conventional fireworks show like Epcot has right now and Magic Kingdom. It's more of a stage show at night and on an epic scale, so to speak. So it's an extravaganza. It's got all kinds of projections and lasers and fireworks and this and that. But anyways, the big thing, the premise of Fantasmic is Mickey Mouse is fast asleep, dreaming of being the sorcerer's apprentice, which we all love, with the power to control water, color, and magic. This sets the stage for a series of scenes from all kinds of films, some which Mickey Mouse appears inside, including Moana, Frozen 2, Mulan, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, and The Lion King. So then it takes a dark turn, but as you go through your characters, that's pretty much what Fantasmic is all about. So they used to have a Fantasmic dining package. So there are many different things. You can go to the Brown Derby, Mama Melrose. Those were all the dining package where you get a reserved seat, and you have your meal, right? So 50's Primetime Cafe, Sci-Fi, it's It's just an option that you can have that they're offering at Epcot too with certain ones. If you do want to do the Fantasmic dining package, our recommendation would be Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater over Primetime. Just because, I mean, you can't go wrong with either, but, both are themed very well at Walt Disney World, and they're worth the experience at least once. Our kids love Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater.
I love Sci-Fi Dining Theater. No, it was very cool ambiance, and I think that it definitely holds the attention of everyone of all ages, too.
Yeah. It's kind of like a misdirection.
You're
sitting in a car, right?
You're sitting in a car, and there's black and white movies on. I think, was it the Blob? Is that what it is? Like, type things?
Well, yeah, just those...
like sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly what it is, right? So that's where it got its name.
Right.
So for Fantasmic, we know a lot of time people have to line up way in advance.
Right.
Some people will be there 90 minutes in advance.
Mm-hmm.
If you go 30 to 45, okay, that should be good. There's only one showing of Fantasmic. You're not going to get the best seat, but it's an amphitheater. So you should be able to get a spot that's not too far to the corner in the nosebleeds, to the left or the right?
Are you talking about when you do a dining experience? Like
just when you go in. The dining you're going to eat at the restaurant, and then they'll give you the ticket to go back to Fantasmic.
Right.
And you'll get a set seat.
Correct.
Thank you. Sorry, I skipped over that. And then, after that, if you're not going to do the dining because you want to hit as many rides as possible, then you can, make sure you line, I wouldn't line up an hour and a half. That's a lot of time.
Oh my gosh.
Especially depending upon kids. But 30 to 45 minutes. And there are some times you'd have to just follow along in the app that they do have 2 showings of, Fantasmic. But see the first one. That's just, get it done with, don't go to the later one. But I would definitely say, as long as you go 30 to 45 minutes to check out Fantasmic, you should be pretty well seated in a decent area. Mm-hmm. So, but the best viewing area, so if you think about it, Fantasmic's viewing area is set up like a normal stage show. The action takes place mostly on a stage and in the water in front of the stage. It's an amphitheater. There's benches. Mm-hmm. You want to be centered as much as possible. Maybe near the front, not, all the way in the front,
right,
but close. Let's say 10 rows, 3 to 10 rows back would be ideal.
I don't know.
Right? Because the way the projections and everything show, getting in front is going to be your best bet, okay? If you go further back, okay, it's going to be impersonal, I guess, really.
Okay.
Being closer doesn't just put you closer to the action, but it makes the show feel more immersive, so to speak. So I would say, that's kind of what I would do. You can't... It does not impact the rest of the park. So you're going to be able to watch the show because you're in that amphitheater, like, Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
You're on Main Street, everything, it's like it shuts down for like 20 minutes.
Right, you have a designated space that this is happening in.
And once you do a Fantasmic once, if you want to go do it again, great. If not, use that time period when that show's on to really hit up some of the rides is what I would say. So, but that's what I would say is, there is standing room as well. If you're going to be standing, don't waste your time. Come back another night. You know what I mean?
Because it's so crowded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it holds close to 10,000 people between standing and seating. I think seating was technically 6,900, 7,000 around there. So
it's a lot of people.
It is a lot. And again, if people are there that night, this just came back, Fantasmic. So right. It's it's an excellent nighttime spectacular. And it's the perfect way to end a day, really, at Hollywood Studios. And I think it's always at 9 o'clock. And then the park pretty much shuts down. Mm-hmm. Right?
Not unless you have the extended hours, but still.
Yeah, they don't have extended hours there. Very rarely do they at Hollywood Studios.
Right.
It's the main two. But anyways, it's not to be a missed experience, okay? And definitely see all the new sequence and improved effects that they have. So if you want the dining package with the reserved seats, you have those options. Just you can search that when you go to reserve dining, okay? Or, secure a spot via standby. It's definitely worth it.
Contact your agent.
There you go.
That's all. Contact your agent. Say, hey, we're interested in the Fantasmic show while we're there. And we will do some investigating to make sure that we set you up to have the best experience while you're there.
Yeah. All right, let's talk a one-day Hollywood Studios plan, which I know seems kind of crazy because of Galaxy's Edge there, right? But let's talk about the, how you can really get the best bang for your buck with dealing with crowd dynamics, as well as early entry, standby line for Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, Genie Plus, all of that. And now that Fantasmic has returned, God bless you. So I did hear that. That's why I said that.
No, it was a cough.
And you're on camera. Oh, all right.
Sorry.
So whether it's a
Thank you.
busy day, you're welcome, and not so busy day, they obviously reimagined Fantasmic. You really need more than one day, so you don't run crazy in Hollywood studios, right? But
It can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done.
If it's necessary, it can be done. And we're going into this with the assumption that you're not going to be taking advantage of early entry, okay? And you're not buying line skipping services, so individual lightning lanes.
Got it.
So you do have that in your back pocket, right? As kind of like you pass go, you got $200. So, but we'll talk another time about early entry at Hollywood Studios and how to attack that with Genie Plus and everything like that. So here's what I would like to say, all right, when we talk about this. If you're going to rope drop, you got to rope drop. Disney Hollywood Studios, you got to arrive to the park 30 minutes before official opening time, right? It's got to be, so buses start to run about 2 hours prior to park opening. So if it's a 9 a.m. park open, which Hollywood Studios typically is 8:30 or 9, buses will run 6:30, 7, okay, get there. And usually you can get into the shops and everything like that right there. But that, so that is the biggest thing. 30 minutes, before official opening time, okay? If you are staying on site and are eligible for early entry, you want to get there at least 45 minutes, before that. So we want to ensure that, you're avoiding those lines and waits as much as possible to try to help you out, because we know that you're going to be behind the crowd if you're staying off site, right? And you're arriving for official park opening, you're going to be behind all those people. So Toy Story Land and Rise of the Resistance, are bad options for starting the day, because that's where most people are going to go. So, all right, so you want to zig when they zag, pretty much. You know what I mean by that, Heather?
Go, just zig, so go the opposite way.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, exactly right.
You can always count on me to simplify things, friends, just saying.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is, at this current time of this recording, Twilight Zone Tower of Terror has been having some issues. One of their elevators shafts is down, so it's operating at half capacity.
That's frustrating.
So it really increased your average daily wait time.
Sure.
So, but a lot of people do not prioritize Tower of Terror, except for my wife, for those people, as well as on rope drop. So the other thing would be, make sure you head to the other end of the park for the Sunset Boulevard attractions. So wait times for Rock and Roller Coaster and Twilight Zone Tower of Terror should be low if you go there right away.
Right.
Start with Tower of Terror and then go to Rock and Roller Coaster, because that goes up very quickly. There was 60 minutes or so for Aerosmith for Rock and Roller Coaster.
Easily. What we will say that has a tendency to be functioning and then not functioning.
Well, with everything, I mean,
but
you're right.
Besides that is one of the most popular. I mean,
not the first thing.
It's not the first, but
this
it's
is the
among.
zigzag. Yeah.
But it's among one of the more popular ones.
Most people are going to go to Galaxy's Edge to Rise.
Yes.
Or they're going to go to Slinky.
Right.
That's the zigzag.
Yep, zig, and then you're zagging.
Right? So we're just going completely a different way.
Yep.
Right? Because those kind of connect in the back.
Yes.
Right? So, with Galaxy's Edge to Toy Story Land.
Yep.
So if you go, you could, essentially get on Rock and Roller twice, maybe, before the crowd builds.
I think you could do that for sure.
And if not, it'll be like a under 20-minute wait. It may be posted 20 minutes. It could be 15. They always, kind of fluff it up a little bit, right?
Yep.
So I would bang out Sunset Boulevard, and then you're done. So all the other ones we know on Hollywood Dreams, that it'll pretty much be busy by the time you get off those rides.
Yes.
So character meet and greets lag behind other attractions and having long wait times. So you can get ahead of the crowds by doing Red Carpet Dreams, Minnie and Mickey Mouse meet and greet. You can probably have a wait time of under 30 minutes when you arrive, right? If you want to see them. Mm-hmm. Snow Monster Men meets, right? So you can do the Monsters Inc. right? Prioritize Sully from
Sully.
Monsters Inc. inside Walt Disney Presents. You can definitely see that. And then you can see Olaf right there on the side. It's Celebrity Spotlight. So, and typically Olaf is not that long either.
Right.
You know, we went and saw him, right? I think last time. So after that, you can go see a Star Wars Episode 1. So once you're done with the characters, bounce to the other side of the park, do Star Tours. The adventure continues, and see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Don't be afraid to slow down. Enjoy Batuu. What should you get? Frozen popcorn.
No, the popcorn and then the wrap, but what?
Ronto wrap.
Oh, Ronto wrap.
Ronto wrap is at Carging, docking. What is it?
Docking Bay.
Docking station, docking bay, cargo. I forgot what it's called now.
It's good. You can mobile order that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a good snack, right?
Yeah.
So you mobile it up, order and go. So, and then walk around and listen. If you're interacting with
The characters that are
Magic Band Plus,
Yes.
you could do that adventure. And then if you like to people watch,
Yeah.
you can do that as well, because those who are on the Galactic Star Cruiser may have arrived, and you may see what they're doing. So there may be a lot of people in cosplay at that point. So I would have an early lunch. Now, the one thing I would say is you book your advanced dining, reservations for noon at Sci-Fi or whichever, or if it's open, the Backyard Barbecue, the new one in Toy Story.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and Hollywood Brown Derby is a great pick as well, So, but after that, you got to remember. So, Hollywood Studios has a bunch of shows we're seeing. So you can see the Frozen sing along. You can see Beauty and the Beast live on stage. Indiana Jones, Epic Stunt Spectacular, and Muppet Vision 3D. I think we hit two of those last time.
Yeah. Classic ones.
Yeah,
Muppet
Muppets
Vision and
Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah. We have not done Beauty and the Beast yet.
We did, but not recently.
Well, right. Not since COVID.
Right, and Indiana Jones, we haven't yet either.
Right.
So, but I think that's something that we'll do on our next time if we can.
Yeah.
So, again, that's going to, and especially depending upon the time of year, Muppet Vision's inside, Frozen's inside, you can cool
Nice time to
down.
cool down. Yep.
Right? So you can have those as well. All right? Once you get to there, you can do an early dinner, right? It's Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo.
There you go.
All right, so you can have that is a quick option. It's a counter service restaurant, or you can go to the Trolley Car Cafe, which for coffee, and we have some recommendations about snacks that we'll talk about. I know Heather just put that on our socials recently. So another thing is it relies on doing dinner early because it's another zigzag, right? So we're trying to avoid the crowds in that regard, right? So when you're done with that, okay, the other thing you want to do is try to hit Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in the late afternoon or early evening. It's going to die down. Because it's right there, that's what everybody kind of goes to. If they're not going to Star Wars or Toy Story, they go right into Mickey and Minnie. And you'll see the lines, and they'll be far out, right, with all of the kiosks and the ropes. But then you're just going to walk into the theater.
My thought process is that's one of the first attractions there, and that's like, oh my God, let's get on it, with the
Right.
younger kids. And then I remember walking out maybe a little later in the afternoon, exactly like what we're saying, and you could just walk right in. There's no lines.
Yeah.
So, yes, you just got to be patient.
Yeah, you got to do that later in the day. And remember, that opened up, I think, 7 days, maybe less, from when Disney had to shut down because of the pandemic, right? It was like March 4th, 2020 is when that opened. And it's a fun ride. I mean, our kids love it.
Yep,
I
love it.
And it's just got the classic characters. So after Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Rail, then Toy Story Land Mania. Let's be honest, that's the most popular part
Family-wise.
of Hollywood Studios because it's more popular than the bigger budget Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, just because it entices more people. More people know Andy, right? Nothing against Star Wars. We're huge Star Wars fans, but it's just everybody knows the Toy Stories. Everybody knows Woody and Buzz and everything like that.
Right.
So,
right.
So that's when you probably want to go eat early dinner, and then you want to try to get into Toy Story Land. So I would say you're going to want to do both Toy Story Mania and Slinky Dog, right? Those are the main ones. Which one you should really do first depends on when you enter the land. If you arrive before 6 o'clock, do Toy Story Mania first. If it's after 6, do Slinky Dog first. Okay? Don't worry about those posted wait times, so to speak. because they're reactive rather than proactive, meaning Slinky Dog's posted wait time will drop towards the tail end of the dinner lull, right as people are starting to jump back into line, right? And honestly, just skip alien swirling saucers. You don't have to prioritize that. I mean, we've gone on it once or twice. It's It's like the scrambler at your local carnival, right? Just with the saucers. So that's what I would do. If you don't want to eat an early dinner, your option now is to really be quick, right? We don't want to sit at a table service. So this would not be a good idea to do the barbecue, but do Woody's Lunchbox, as well if you wanted. Right after you do Slinky, right, which I think is Jameson's favorite, let's be honest. And then Toy Story Mania, which all our kids love, actually. So, and that way the dinner rush kind of subsides a bit there, right? And then after that, you have Fantasmic, right? So Fantasmic is back. It could be, technically around that time, 9 o'clock is when you would be doing it. Now, what I would say is after the first show, if there's 2 shows of Fantasmic concludes, you want to backtrack to Batu. You want to backtrack to Galaxy's Edge, spend the bulk of your time later in the day in Galaxy's Edge rather than the morning for a couple reasons. First, crowds are going to be actually worse in the morning, and they get progressively better as the day wears on. It's the shiny new toy, pretty much, right?
Right.
Second, Star Wars Land is just simply better as the day goes on. Lighting adds a lot to the mood. Like, it's awesome seeing the Millennium Falcon lit up at night, and Heather, you could post that picture we have of it at night, and it just makes the experience more immersive. At that point, if time allows, that's when you're going to try to knock out Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance via Standby. Now, Falcon Run, how many times did we go on it when it was late at night? It's a walk-on. It's a long walk.
It is a long walk, but so we made it from, I think it was like maybe a half hour before the park ended. We ran from
I don't know where we were.
Rocking Roller Coaster, because we had to get on that. Again. And then we ran to the Millennium Falcon, and I think we did the Millennium Falcon twice.
Yeah. I think
within that half
we were
hour.
Split. We were split.
You were with the...
I was with the little guys, so we did it 3 times, I think.
Okay, so...
Because you take a different role each time.
Right, it's awesome. I laughed the entire time because it's just hysterical.
No, it's a fun ride. So do that, right?
Yep.
And then, the other thing is you should be able to get on Rise via the standby line. Do them in that order and expect Rise of the Resistance to take less than an hour, even if the posted wait time for the standby line is 90 minutes or longer. The reason why is they're putting that there to discourage you from getting online to shut down the ride for the night. It may not be that long. So that would be, what you should do. Now, barring a breakdown, it's going to take less time than the posted wait time. Rise goes through pretty quickly because there's a lot of cars. It's just a lot of, I don't want to say, space shuttles, whatever you want to call them. But the experience is 17 minutes. So, we've timed it.
Yeah.
So that would be our suggestion. Now, that's for no Genie Plus.
No Genie Plus.
And no individual purchases.
No lightning lanes.
So if you really want to try to save some time, okay, you could just purchase Rise of the Resistance. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you could purchase Genie Plus too, but I'm saying like on a budget, if you're going to purchase Rise of the Resistance, and then, you have to craft your day around that.
Right.
Otherwise. But that is what I would do. And then after that, you're done.
Is Rise the only purchase that you can get there through?
Currently.
Right. Slinky's not on that anymore.
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
Yep.
And Slinky, remember, Toy Story Land is going to be massively busy in the morning because of the little kids.
Yep.
Later you go in the day. Okay, a lot of people park hop and maybe park hopping to firework ones. So Epcot, I mean, nothing, now Fantasmic's back. It may change. But again, depending upon the time they're closing, Fantasmic, may end, and then, you have another hour or so in the park.
Right.
So, but that should be a satisfying day at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
and
I think
pretty
so.
much hits everything.
Everything.
So, and you had one table service.
One table service.
Lunchtime. And quick at dinner, counter service.
Yep.
So, all right, any final thoughts?
No.
That's our one-day plan.
Yeah, no.
We said we were going to get back to this kind of stuff to kind of give you an idea of how to attack the parks. That would be our suggestion in that order. But again, you got to do what works for you and prioritize what your family wants. But that would just be, if you want to try to get the most out of one day with no extra fees, that would be our recommendation.
Exactly. And just also be flexible with knowing how you and your family may be.
Yep. So, Heather, you can put that image of the Millennium Falcon at night.
Sure, why not?
On the socials. And then show notes, right, under the blog section, right, on the webpage. Mm-hmm. Okay, so hit them. How do they find all that info?
So you need to go visit bookmdtravel.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our agents, all the blog info, and then hit us up on our socials, follow along, like us, Magical Destinations Travel Co. over on Instagram, and then Facebook is Magical Destinations Trav, and
Twitter
is Magical Dest Trav.
Right, and YouTube at Disney Vibes. You can find, hit subscribe for the Magical Destinations Travel Company. Okay, hit us up. Let us know what you want as far as plan-wise goes for the next time. We didn't even get to talk about cruises, so we'll put that on the docket for next episode, and we will be back soon. So until then, let the Disney Vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.